We're pleased to be joined by Pirates hitting coach Jeff Branson joining us on headset down in the Pirates dugout. And thanks for coming on. I'm sure everybody making sure you have nice and comfortable down there.
Tell everybody to get away from me. So
yeah.
They're crowded.
Well, I want to ask you first about the approach against Wade Miley tonight, because it looks like the patience has paid off so far.
Well, it has. I mean, coming into the game, we knew he was a guy that that wasn't going to pound the zone. We knew he was going to try to see if we were going to be over aggressive. So the game plan was coming in, just make sure we get him up in the zone, back him up in the zone, stay inside the ball. So we've done a decent job so far.
And that's a little bit easier said than done. A guy that has that much movement, he's obviously a veteran guy. He's pitched pretty well by not throwing strikes and getting hitters to chase. These young guys, Jeff, you know, you look at Moroff, who's in the starting lineup, Diaz with the big hits here tonight. You know, Diaz going the other way, Osuna going the other way. It's almost like their second time through. Well, this guy's not giving us anything to hit in, so we're going to go the other way. Are you impressed? How impressed are you by these young guys and their approaches?
Well, I'm very impressed. I mean, they've done a really good job. And again, the minor league system development has done a really good job with them. You know, obviously led by Larry Sutton with the, you know, the hitting side of it. So they've tutored these guys to exactly what's going to happen when they get up here. So, you know, every day it's a mindset that they hear every day, whether it's from Sut or whether it's from Butch Weiniger in AAA. These guys hear it every day, and it's preached to them. So obviously, the more you hear things, the more it gets ingrained to you, and the more you obviously absorb the information. You
content with the 4 runs, or do you think we left some more out there?
No, we left some more. Rock. We need to get some more.
Jeff, can you tell us a little bit, shed some light on Andrew McCutchen and the work that he has been doing, you know, behind the scenes early on in early work before the games?
So Joe, he's been working his butt off. I mean, as he has every day. But there's intent with everything that he does now. He's intent with every swing, intent with every pitch that he sees within his within his game plan and his approach, which is allowing him to stay connected with his upper half and upper half, lower half. So again, you can see him hitting the ball in the big part of the field, driving the ball in the big part of the field like he had been in the past.
Isn't it difficult, even for a guy like Andrew, all-star year after year, an MVP, but even a guy like him with his pedigree and his success, when you struggle, it's hard to trust and to go out there with confidence, even for a guy like him.
It is, Rock. Like I say, when you've been one of the elite guys your whole career, that you've out-talented everybody, and then all of a sudden, you know, not to say necessarily age is getting to you, but you have to learn how to hit. Talent is talent, but again, at the big league level, you know, this is the guys continue to get better. They make adjustments on you, so we have to be able to make adjustments on them. But a lot of times you have to go back to ground zero to get back to your plan and your approach and to learn your swing again.
And sometimes, you know, I was talking with Jordy Mercer the other day. Sometimes the best approach is to not really change all that much, right? Because, you know, he was hitting into a lot of hard outs, and now they're seeming to find spots.
Well, I mean, you try not to change a whole lot of physical things. More times than not, you know, we talk about your mind as a powerful thing. So you always hear about you get what you think about. So that's where we've been ingrained with, although there has been some mechanical adjustments, but they've been minor. But the mindset of, this is what I'm going to do. This is the pitch I'm looking for, and this is the spot I'm looking for, and this is exactly what I'm going to do with it, and not getting away from it. That's the commitment. That when he's right, that's what he has. That's the commitment that everybody has when they're right.
How hard is it not to think?
I don't know. I don't want to think, Rob.
I mean, I've always thought that's one, especially when you're swinging back good. There's no thoughts in your head. You're just up there and you're reacting. You have an approach and you're just reacting to what you see. But when you don't, when you struggle and you're getting that extra work, it's hard to not think about what you've worked on when you get in the batter's box, which can get you in trouble.
True, and that's where we, you know, that trust factor comes in. You know, we always talk about, like, say, we're going to work our swing in our BP and in our drill work, but once we get in the game, we're going to play the game. But it's hard not to do that, because again, when you get in the box, the things that you worked on in the cage, you want to take into the game. So it's hard not to think about things like that. But the more you do it, you know, the more it becomes second nature, and you get in the box and you just fight your butt off.
I've always been curious with your job. How do you approach players, or do they approach you? Is there some of a give and take? Because I mean, you got a lot of guys that you've got to work with, and I'm sure it's a lot to keep track of with all those guys. It must take a lot of skill to be able to to keep tabs on a dozen guys at any given time.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it takes skill, but it does take communication. You know, with myself and Jeff Livesey, you know, he watches the game from inside, so he always has access to replays or either the video. You know, we'll converse back and forth even during the game and even after the game to go back and see what he's seen, and I'll give him what I've seen out here live, and you know, we'll come to a conclusion if there's something needs to be done or needs to make an adjustment here or there. But the guys are really open. I mean, they're turn it.
1 and 2. Your wish is granted.
But it's good. I mean, the open line of communication is always the right way to go.
Well, Jeff, thanks for coming on with us today, and let's keep it rolling.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Rob.